Well, there it is. I hate it. Hank told me that I looked happier this way, but this is the last time you'll see me with this little facial hair. I hope. I don't plan on ever shaving this again like this, but wanted to come on here real quick this morning. Really long written note. I'm obviously a little sleep. Sleep is not as necessary for me right now, so I have some time on my hands to do some stuff. I woke up early this morning and was working on the house, but I want to talk about embracing the suck. I think it's and I think this is probably the strongest part that I have within me. And I talked about my mom in here, and I talked about PTSD in here, and I talked about some losses that I am suffering right now. And really what I wanted to make sure I get a point across here is this does suck. Fucking sucks bad. And I'm trying to figure out how to navigate it, and I will. But when I was in the Marine Corps, we used to laugh about the suck, and I said, some people, if you're a Marine or you're around Marines, you know that we used to refer to the Marine Corps as the suck. And it was funny because it was a term of endearment, and sometimes we wanted it to suck worse. Like our platoon had it worse than your platoon at when I was in basic training or whatever. So it gave me a mindset that no matter how bad shit was, to stop licking your wounds or lick your wounds or whatever you got to do, but you got to fucking get going. And people don't understand why I'm so vocal right now. I think some people think it's selfish, and it absolutely is, because if I stay quiet, I'm not going to get any better feeling, and I'm certainly not going to grow from this experience that I'm going through. And there's a lot more behind the scenes than people will know, do know. It's some of that stuff's none of their business because it's personal. But I want to be open about getting through these life challenges that I think everybody has. And I'm going to tell you that there's no less than 100 messages I haven't counted them, but I guarantee you there's at least 100 messages that are either on Messenger, text message, voice message, Instagram message, or phone calls from people who said that I'm being brave and they appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. And when I should say blah, 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 because I really appreciate what they're saying, but they've all given me a ton of support. What I'm actually really trying to say is, I'm not being brave. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to figure out what's in my head. So it is very selfish of me to do it this way. And some people are going to be mad at me, and some people are going to be annoyed with me. And I'm sure that there's some enemies I'll create because of it. And that just has to be the way it is. If you read some of the things I talked about with my mom and dad, and with PTSD issues I had from Iraq, I hope you get a better understanding of why I'm being so vocal. And working the way I am. So embracing the suck, that's what I'm doing right now. I don't want it to get better yet. I don't want to make it easier, and that's what I think I'm trying to convey that, and I'm having a hard time explaining it. But I'm going to tell a quick story. Anybody who knows me knows that's a fucking lie. I don't tell quick stories. But when I first got out of the Marine Corps, I lived with this girl in Newport Beach, and this girl had money, and I did not. I think I was making $10.50 an hour in California in 1997, and that's not very much money. And she broke up with me. Now, she had a lot of money and I didn't, but I was trying to impress this girl. I was very young, just got out of the Marine Corps. I was 23 years old, and I was trying to impress this girl by spending all the money I was making on us stuff. And we would go to dinner, and we would do these crazy things, and we'd go to wine tastings, which I don't give a fuck about wine tastings, but I did that stuff because I was trying to impress her and all this. So anyway, she broke up with me. And it left me in a position where I had no money because I lived like an idiot when I got out of the Marine Corps and spent all my money. So I didn't have a place to go, and I didn't have enough money for a deposit on an apartment. What I had was a job, a truck, and a gym membership. So what I would do every day is in California, a lot of times the work is staggered. Scheduling simply for traffic. So I worked in Yorba Linda, California, and our regular shift was from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And so I went and worked 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. every night. I never told anyone that I had been basically evicted from her apartment. I never did. Wow, that guy. Never told anyone that. And I took 2 hours of overtime every single time that they would offer it. And I saved that money. But it took about, I think it was 2.5 weeks, just under 3 weeks, that I didn't have enough money to pay a deposit, first month's rent and all that. So I slept in my truck every night. I would work. Most times I would get off work at 11 p.m. and I would travel. In Yorba Linda, there was some low mountain range there, and I would turn my headlights off so nobody would see me, sneak up this little mountain trail and park next to these railroad tracks, and I would sleep there. And every morning around 5 o'clock a train would come through and it would wake me up, and I would go to the gym and I would work out like a fucking maniac, because I was heartbroken, but I also was devastated that I let myself get into the position I was in, and I didn't want to turn to anyone for help. So my therapy was embracing that suck, and I did that for that 2.5 weeks. After I'd work out at the gym, I would get my shower in, so I wasn't truly a smelly homeless bum. And then I would go to Kmart, and I would buy. They had these 4 packs of tuna in a long pack, and I would buy that and a rotisserie chicken. And I did that every single day, and that's what I ate every single day for 2 weeks, so I could save as much money as I could and embrace that suck. Now, I had so many friends that found out that story after the fact, and they were so pissed off that I didn't ask for help. And I know that at any time I could have asked for help, and I know that someone would have put me on their couch or something, and I would have been okay. But that's not how I wanted to do it, and I'm a fucking knucklehead, and I'm gonna knucklehead through this shit too. So right now, I've had a lot of people reach out to me and offer me, place to stay. I have a really good friend who offered me his mother-in-law's suite as long as I wanted it. And I don't need that, guys. I mean, I have resources. I could get a hotel if I needed. Instead, I'm going to embrace the suck. I'm staying in the flip I'm doing. Right now, it's got running water, but it doesn't have a tub. And I'm going to do a video and show a little bit about it. And it's not, again, for sympathy. It's about getting to that next step and realizing that sometimes you got to suffer through some shit to be better and to fucking just get going in the right direction. And I haven't been going in the right direction for a long time, and it's hurt a lot of people. Obviously, my marriage is over, and it would be easy to make excuses and lay blame where it doesn't belong, but I will tell you that there are no excuses. There are reasons, and the reasons that my marriage is over is because of me. And I'm hopeful that she is able to forgive me, accept it however she has to, but more importantly, I want her to just be okay. And I would prefer, if she is okay, I would take that over everything else. So with that, I'd never want to make those mistakes again. I never want to put anyone in those positions again. And that's it. So I'm working hard, and if someone wants to reach out to me and tell me I'm an idiot, then feel free. If you want to tell me that you're with me, feel free. I will tell you this, the next few weeks are probably going to be the hardest, just because it being Christmas and all those things, I do worry about how things happen and where I get to be and those kind of things. But I will be just fine, and I want people to not worry. I mean, worry, but don't worry. I've had people that were concerned enough that they reached out thinking that maybe I would do something to hurt myself, and I will tell you right now that I have 3 amazing boys that I would never do that to, even if I got to a point where I felt that selfish. I've had 9 friends commit suicide that for various reasons. 6 I was in the military with. 3 I was on the Cleveland Fire Department with. Actually, there's more suicides than that from the Cleveland Fire Department, but 3 very close friends of mine. So I understand the impact of that, and I want everybody to understand that's not anything that someone would have to worry about. So I just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, I'm where I need to be almost. I know that I have probably 10 attorney friends on here, one of which will. I know I'm not supposed to drive and live, but fuck it. I did. So sue me. See ya.